What's up, guys? It's been a very long time. It's been like 3 weeks, about to be a month, since I've done a WandaVision video or just a video in general. I've been just focusing on WandaVision, but hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you're all safe. So, hopefully, everybody finished WandaVision. So, when I talk about these things, these shouldn't be spoilers. And if you didn't watch it and you're just here to support me, thank you, love you. I left off on I think I posted up a video for episode 6. I'm doing the smallest recap right now for 7 and 8 because hopefully everybody saw it and we can just talk about the ending because the ending was really, 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 really good. I loved it. So let's begin. Like always, got my notes. Now I actually have coffee. French vanilla is my shit. And let's begin. So, episode 7, basically we just find out what we've all been theorizing, which was they were trying to turn Vision into a weapon. I personally thought they were gonna do what they did back in I forgot what X-Men movie it was, but I remember they made like a crap ton of robots and like nobody could take them down. I thought they were just gonna do that and make multiple Visions. They only made one, which hey, one is still a powerhouse, so I wish they made more because that would have been more intense. But hey, with episode 8, we just get a very deep backstory of Wanda, right? Like we see that she's always had the power like inside her. She's always been the Scarlet Witch. We see why this show was structured how it was because when she was younger, her father had these would we call them cassettes? Would we call them VHS or DVDs? Because like I saw it, they had the old ones, and then it was all the way up to Malcolm in the Middle. So Malcolm in the Middle was during the time of CDs, but I think like the what the hell is it called? Vic Van Dyke and all that, like all the older shows were most likely VHS. Not too sure, but we see those were the shows that kind of structured her childhood, like the things she used to just rewatch. We see a very deep, kind of sad backstory because like we remember that her parents end up dying, and then she sees the Stark missile and stuff like that. So like it connects a lot of her backstory. I like that episode, even though a lot of people said it was kind of slow because it didn't progress the story. Like we got to that episode and we just went back instead of going forward, which I liked it. Um, I give that one a 8 or 9, right? I think my camera's shaking because I'm moving so damn much. And now let's get to episode 9, right? Well, I actually think, hold up, before we get there, I think at the end of episode 8, um, Quicksilver, he goes and he actually captures Monica, right? So that leads into the sad news we got in episode 9. I consider it sad news because, like, it was very corny, but let's get into it. Excuse me. So, basically, we start off episode 9 with Agatha. She has the kids on, like, this, like, leash kind of thing, right? And, like, it's like a standoff between her and Wanda. And basically, wow, I'm tired. But we all know that she was trying to have Wanda use her power so she could just like absorb it more and more, right? Which I thought it was that part, like that one idea, I liked it just because we all know that Scarlet Witch is basically like the powerhouse. She is one of the strongest, right? And I think she's confirmed to be the strongest. I think if she learns, she could either beat Captain Marvel. I don't know. Somebody comment down below what you think because right now she doesn't know crap and she's vocalized it. Like she said, I don't know nothing about the Scarlet Witch or the book or the this or that. I'm just doing it, right? So just imagine if she really sat down and learned it and really mastered this. Like she's most likely the greatest of all time. But that's just me. I hope they go more into that, right? So let's keep going, right? they start to fight it out, which was a very great fight due to the fact that it's a TV show. So most of the times, TV shows don't have the biggest budget to do big fights like that. Even though, yes, people are gonna say, "Oh, but it's Disney. They have bajillions of dollars. They could just pump it into it." Which I understand that part. That's what they most likely did to make it look as good as it was for a TV show. But great fight. They actually did a reference to the Wizard of Oz when um, I think Wanda chucked the car at her and she flew into the house, and you see the boots there, and I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let's keep going. Oh, we finally see White Vision and Vision go at it. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but White Vision, his voice was just a little bit different. His design, like on his face, was a bit different. I like the fight that they had because, let's be honest, that was the most fighting we've seen Vision do. But like, it was a really solid fight. And I'm here thinking, yo, why couldn't he do that to Thanos, bitch ass? Like, he could have really mixed up Thanos, and we could have never had any of these problems. Like when Thanos was choking him, he could have phased right through it. Why didn't he do that? Don't get me wrong, like that's not the original Vision, as we'll go into. Let's go into the. Oh God, I'm choking on my saliva. Let's go into the sad news that debunked a lot of our theories. So we see Monica, she's trapped, and she's talking to this version of Quicksilver. We find out that this is the Ralph that Agatha has been talking about, right? But then we find out that this is just some random dude. Like, she sees a necklace, right? Like, yeah. It's a necklace, and it's like a glowing, like purplish, because not Agatha. Her color scheme is purple. So Monica goes, rips it off, right? And it's just some random dude. It's no multiverse theory bullcrap that we all thought. The only thing that got me really upset was how over time, like throughout the episodes, like the main characters would publicly say, "Oh yeah, this is gonna happen, and you guys are gonna love this." And then we all started to theorize, "Oh, this is gonna happen. Maybe this happens." Blah blah blah. Man, leave me alone. And none of it happened. And then we got this whole bullcrap fake Quicksilver thing, which reminded me of that Iron Man movie. What's the bad guy's name who wasn't really the bad guy? I think it was Iron Man 3, because Iron Man 1 was, well, his partner. Iron Man 2 was the long haired dude, and he had the whips with the electricity on it. Yeah. So it's Iron Man 3. We thought this dude was the big bad guy, and they finally found him, and he's just like a dude, just like a puppet. So it was kind of disappointing, and I'm kind of annoyed that his last name was like Boner, and like they they did all this for a boner joke, and I'm just like, you could have given us way more. But let's keep going, right? Um, I liked how, going back to the Vision fight, because I feel like that was a bit more cooler because we didn't really see anything from Vision in the last couple movies that he was actually in. So that part had me a bit hooked. Like, we know Wanda's fucking awesome. So now it's just like, let's focus on this. I like how they were fighting, but then Vision, he tries to get into the mind of White Vision, and he starts to use his philosophy, and I'm like, yo, that shit's type cool. But like, I like how he used it though. I think it's the story of Theseus. I can't pronounce it. I forgot how people are pronouncing it, but you know what I'm trying to say. And basically, the concept with that is, if you keep replacing the parts, is it still the same thing? Because basically, the Vision in the Hex is not the same Vision because he's been replaced. And then the new Vision is not even close to being the original Vision. They don't have the Mind Stone. So that kind of got White Vision to see, okay, I was programmed to kill Vision. I was programmed to do this. But technically, you're not Vision, and technically, I'm not Vision. Because the original Vision is dead. He's gone. And then he just left. And I was just like, that, that was kind of fire. That's just me, though. Let's keep going, right? That. Oh, my favorite part. Actually, no. I'm gonna keep that towards the end because that was towards the end, right? So we see how Agatha is trying to like drain Wanda's powers and stuff like that, and then they keep fighting, and then it goes back to um, oh no, it doesn't go back, but Wanda does what she did to Tony, and like she got into her head, and then she brought her back to where I don't know how to explain this part because I know that like she was basically put on trial, right? And then the people that she killed like kind of came back from the dead, and she was in her head, like it was like a mental fight. And I liked how yes she was able to do that, but then Agatha was still kind of in control because when the people came up from the dead, they looked at Wanda and said, hold up, yeah, Agatha's a bad guy, but you're the Scarlet Witch. We gotta talk to you. And like it kind of backfired just a bit, but I like that because that still shows that Wanda, yes, knows nothing about this, but she still could put in work. That's what I really like about it. Let's keep going, right? We talked about that. So now let's get towards the end because I think I've spoke about the most important parts. When Agatha was trying to get her powers, right? And they were flying and shooting, bing, 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 right? You saw Wanda like hit her once, she starts to absorb it, and then she misses the second shot. And I'm just like, what's going on here, Chief? What's really going on here? Because it's just like you've been fighting for so long. She's not moving like that crazy, like that fast. Like, why are you missing? And she's hitting the wall. She's hitting the wall. Bing, 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 bing. Right? And then Agatha finally gets like enough power because like you see it on Wanda's face, like she's drained, like she shot out a lot of her power. And then she's about to charge up, and she goes, and nothing comes out. And I was just like, oh shit! I was hyped because we know what happens is that she was putting the ruins up. And in the last episode, was it the last one or was it number 7? I forgot which one it was. Quick brain fart. The last one where Wanda goes into the basement and she couldn't use her powers. She took that trick from her and used it against her. You see that Wanda's a quick learner, so she used that against her, and the game was over. The fight was done. There was nothing else you could do. You're shit out of luck. That was my favorite part, just because, like I keep saying, Wanda doesn't know crap. Look how strong she is. Look how really strong she is. And she doesn't know nothing. She hasn't picked up the Darkhold. She hasn't talked to Doctor Strange, which I'm kind of annoyed. Actually, hold up. Time out. Let's put a pause real quick. Why didn't Doctor Strange know about this? Because he's the Sorcerer Supreme. That came out really weird. Maybe came out weird, or it's just me. You know what I'm trying to say. He should have known about this. He read the books. Yes, the Darkhold is one of the books that's not there, but like somebody should have told him, or he should have found out at least a bit. Or is that just me? Okay, back to it. So the fight's done, and Agatha's just like, okay, what are you gonna do now? Like, are you gonna kill me? Are you gonna send me off? Blah blah blah. And I said this. I was telling this to my friend at work. I'm just like, don't get me wrong. Yes, she was the bad guy, but I don't consider her the bad guy. Oh my god, I needed that. I I think she's gonna be like a good guy, bad guy. Like she's neutral because, as we all know, there's a big chance she's gonna come back. Wanda's gonna need her help somehow, and I think that when it comes to Agatha, she's gonna be that mentor, but like right below Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange is not gonna be there all the time. Like, okay, let's learn this. Let me teach you this, that. So Agatha's gonna need to be there to kind of teach her, even though technically she's stronger than her, but she doesn't know as much. So I do feel like she's gonna come back, and then we basically see that she's gonna trap her inside of Westview, but like trap her in her own mind, which I think I don't know. I kind of don't like that part personally, just because you could have said, well, since you just clearly told me somebody's coming, I'm gonna need your help. Let me take you with me and just keep my eye on you while you teach me this, because who knows if she was gonna take her power and fight the person that's coming, right? Like who knows in the long run what was gonna happen if she would have won, right? So that's the end of the show, right? Well, not the end. Why is my camera like that? Oh, we're good now. Not the end, but that's the end of that story, the Agatha Wanda, right? So we see what happened right after that actually. So put that down, and then she gets back with her family, right? It's Vision and the two kids. They go back to the house, and I thought it was gonna be a bit more emotional. Like if you go back into my older videos, I said it's gonna be depressing because I feel like, well, I felt that they were gonna come in and rip stuff up and just pull her out of it. I thought Doctor Strange or um, Tyler Hayward was gonna come and just rip her out of it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I skipped. I skipped a part. Let's go back before I get to the real ending, right? This dude Tyler Hayward, he brought the sword in. They were trying to fight. We see the kids and I think Monica too. Yeah, the kids and Monica, or I think Monica shows up late. Monica and I mean, the kids go and take out Sword, right? And they did just a little reference to Evan Peters' Quicksilver, because if you've seen that Quicksilver, he's ran around like he's taken the glasses from this guy, he took the hat from this guy. They did a little reference, I like that. And then Monica comes in, right? And this dude Tyler Hayward, a full clip. He unloads at the kids, and I'm like, yo, you could have like done something else. But dude took out the gun, just went bow 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 bow, and Monica comes in and saves them. The guy Tyler, he was a decent bad guy. Like he wasn't the best, but he was decent. Like they made us hate him, so they did their job of making him a decent bad guy. But now back to the ending, because I just wanted to talk about that part. We see Monica use more of her powers, right? That was pretty cool. So back to the ending. Sorry about that, guys, to backtrack like that. We are with Vision and the kids at home. The fight's all over. She's taking down the Hex. And I thought it was going to be just a bit more sad. But you could tell she accepted it, right? Like, that was the end of the story. She lived what she wanted to go through. And she was good to go. But, don't get me wrong. I like how it ended. Some people cried. And I'm just like, it was okay. But then again, when we talk about this, right? Because after that part, the house goes down, she leaves, and she's talking to Monica. No, no, no. I think it was like a quick conversation. And Monica goes and says, hey, look, like if I had the power, I would have done the same thing. And technically, we all would do the same thing. If we had the power to bring back somebody that we loved, real quick, no duh. So we all kind of understood. But right after that, we see Monica go talk to some agent. I don't think she identified herself, but some agent. They walk away. She's talking to her, and she turns into a scroll, right? And she says, "Oh, well, we heard that you've been grounded and he wants to meet you." And she points up to the sky, referencing Nick Fury, right? Because he's still up there with all the scrolls. And now we know Monica's going to go meet with Nick. I think that's going to be more towards the fact of we need another team. And most likely when she meets with Nick, Nick is going to try to contact Captain Marvel and be like, yo, she just got powers basically like yours. Train her a bit. Let's get this done, right? So I feel like that's going to kind of lead into the new Avengers thing. But then again, I know that she's going to be in Captain Marvel too. They confirmed that. So, and then after that, which is the ending of I think it's the last post credit scene because what I just spoke about was after everything. I forgot. But at the last post credit scene, we see Wanda in this isolated place in the mountains and stuff, and she has her tea. She's drinking. These tiny ice just went in my mouth, and I thought I was gonna choke and die. So we see her, and she's drinking her tea, and then the camera pans into the room, and there's Wanda in her full suit, right? Which I love the full suit. It looked amazing on her. And just to quickly backtrack, I like how her accent came back, but like it's fully back. Like she's not trying to hide it. She's not trying to do nothing. Like when she's in her full suit, the accent's out. It's beautiful. I love it. And we see Wanda using the Darkhold and just like flipping through it and stuff like that, which means she's basically mastered the whole astral projection. That I felt like that scene right there was kind of like a reference to Doctor Strange because at the end of Doctor Strange we see him doing that, which is pretty cool. And now she's actually trying to learn, but you hear the kid screaming, right? And my question is because yes, I always said those kids are probably still alive. Like when this is done, they're gonna probably still be alive, right? But now it's the whole situation of how is she going to get them back? If they're screaming for help, is that the same version of those kids, or is it like a multiverse thing? So the kids are alive, and then that was the show, right? It's done. The show was amazing. I loved it. I give the whole series a 10 for 10 because if you want to be very nitpicky, the only two episodes that were kind of slow compared to everything else was the first two. And even with the first two, me personally, it's above a 7 out of 10. All these episodes are above a 7 out of 10, and everybody loved it, right? Because in the first two, yeah, we see like it's more of a sitcom, but then again, at the end, it gets us to think. So, overall, I give the show a 10 out of 10, and I'm telling you this now. Sorry to get a bit loud, but I don't think the Falcon and Winter Soldier are going to live up to this hype. I don't think so, because this was the first time it got a bit darker. And to be honest, I don't know the story behind Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, we knew that this show was going to connect to everything else. Like, it's going to kind of like branch into everything else. Like, we know that. What the heck is going to happen with this show? I've watched the trailer like 5,000 times. I'm just like, eh. But who knows? I think it's going to be a lot more funny because you can tell by the trailer, like, they're going to bump heads. Like, they're friends, but, like, they get on each other's nerves. I'm going to like that part. But I think the only two shows that are going to do. No. The only two shows that are going to stand out, WandaVision and Loki. I'm excited for that. I can't wait for that one. That one's going to have us thinking a lot more than what WandaVision did. And WandaVision had us thinking like crazy. So, and now to end this off with my final question, do you think Vision is going to come back? Because when Vision was talking to Vision and he hit him with the philosophy, he gave him all the memories. So now that vision is technically our vision. That vision knows everything from him being born with the age of Ultron to Infinity War, dying, coming back, and all this. So do you think basically we are going to get Vision back? I don't think, me personally, I don't think we're gonna get him back like that. Just because I think the reason why he left is now he needs to think about what he wants to do. Because if he had all the memories, basically that's Vision, and he should feel that he should have been there. But no, he needs to now think about it and say, okay, I know who I am, but do I feel this? And I feel like it's gonna be just a bit of a waste if we get Vision and the kids back. Because why did, well, not why did we go through all of this, but it's just like it was such an emotional roller coaster to, in the end, yes, they're all gone, but they're not all gone. So it's just, I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I took so long. Life, school, privacy. Today's the first day in like a month, no, in like 2 months that I had the whole house to myself. So sorry about that. I would hope to make more videos. Hope you guys enjoyed. God bless. Hope you guys are still wearing your mask, still taking your multivitamins and all that, because we're not done yet, but hopefully we will be soon. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Well, there won't be a next time because this is the last one for WandaVision, but I will be doing Captain Falcon, Winter Soldier. I will be doing Loki. I'm trying to get back to my other type of videos. Gaming, not so much. I know it's been like 2 or 3 months since that, but yeah, I'll let you guys know. Let me know what you thought about the show. Let me know if you think Vision's gonna come back, if we're gonna get that whole family back. Much love. Like, comment, share, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.